Good morning, friends. Linda here. Yesterday we harvested all of these amazing things, but life got into the way and I didn't have enough time to actually sort these out or do anything with it. I did give away my beans to my neighbor because I have frozen 10 kilos of beans. I have about 20 minutes before I need to go to work, and I thought that I probably have enough time to sort out my sage, just there, and the basil, and probably the calendula flowers as well, and put them to dehydrate. Maybe if I have enough time, I might be able to chop up the onions, the carrots, and then put them to freeze as well. But that's pushing it. I think I will have some problems with my onions as well, because when they came out of the ground, I think the moisture has gotten into the stem where the onion is, like here, and some of them are really soggy. So I'm looking up recipes at the moment. Yeah, like this one. I'm afraid that it's gonna start rotting from inside because the water has penetrated into the stem. And looking at the recipes to just sort them out as fast as possible. I need to free up some space here. Oh yeah, and my garlic. Basically, what happened with my garlic was that there was garlic and I didn't know when to harvest it, and then I went on holiday and then I had petrification spell for 3 weeks and they rotted into the ground. When I was pulling them up yesterday, I needed to dig them out, and most of them had been like the outside shell, you know, the husk that they need to be sitting in to protect them from elements, just completely gone. No, they were mostly like this, and I just washed them and all of the husks fell off. So I'm gonna do something with this today. Maybe I've seen some like oil things. People like bake them in oil and then preserve them that way. Might be. And maybe half of it I will just mince and then freeze for using in the recipes, you know, like in little cubes. Just one thing at a time, really fast. Don't have much time to do anything, but I'm thinking that if I can do this before work, then while I'm working, this could be doing their own thing as well, like drying, for example. I did harvest some calendula flower seeds as well, and that is gonna be great for the next year because then I don't need to buy any more calendula seeds. I have my own, and they are really easy to harvest. You just set seed pods and you just collect them. Okay, one's ready to go in. I have quite a lot of sage. I don't know if I will have enough room for the basil, but the basil is starting to get a bit woody as well, which is not the best, I think. And with sage, I just collected all of the top parts. I just snipped off the new growth while it's still nice and fluffy and, you know, fresh looking. I like to put this in bread, pizza dough, things like that. I have managed to do all of the onions. I had to go and take a break because I was just crying everywhere and they have kind of dried off a little bit. My birds are put to bed now, so there's no more sounds because they were doing fire alarm noises, wandering around, and just one of them learned the fire alarm before I got him, and so he's taught it to everyone else. So I have 4 male birds that are all doing fire alarm noises when they want to attract attention of each other. Yay! I am not looking forward to this part now. I don't know what to do first, pickled onions or French onion soup. Let's go with pickles. How much is 4 cups of shredded onion? In grams. I really don't like when recipes don't include both, so now I need to look it up. Google says that it's about 200 grams of onion. Which means if I want to pickle 4 cups of red onion per recipe, it's 200 grams. I think I'm gonna weigh down a kilo of yellow onions. I have weighed down out like 1 kilo of onions here. So these are becoming the soup, and these are gonna be sliced for my freezer. Now with the red ones, I think I will have more issues because it says 200 grams per batch, but it doesn't say how many jars it's going to produce. And 200 grams is that much. I think my conversion is not right. Maybe it's like 1 cup. I need to look it up again. I have no idea. So that is a single cup. Well, if you can see it, I'm showing you on the back I'm showing you on the back. I am showing it to you on the black background as if you could see that this is a cup. Look, it just almost disappears. Yeah, so this is a cup. I mean, if I dice them, that's like 2 cups. One recipe, one batch is like 4 cups. Well, the thing is, I can always dice it up and just fill it in the jars, right? And then if I have too much, then I have sliced onion that can go in the fridge or the freezer. Yeah. I treated myself and got myself a mandolin, and I hope it's gonna work because I really don't like chopping onions. This is basically why I bought it. This is gonna be my first time using it. I am afraid to lose some fingers. So it came with the anti-cut glove. So Moment of truth. Oh my goodness me. Oh wow. Look at that. They're perfect. Maybe a bit thicker, but oh wow. I'm like so impressed. This is gonna go so fast because I always struggle with onions because they are so slippery. And now all I have left is these little pieces which I can just slice up later into cubes or anything, you know? But this is seriously awesome. And here I go crying again, so I just need to do really, really fast. I have been crying all of the time now and I have had enough. We are going Dr. Evil and we're just gonna deal with it. I'm the nemesis of the onions. Ha! The only issue is that these have steamed shut from me crying. So I will swap them with the other ones I have. Okay, at this point I think I am pretty blind. I can see roundish shapes. And I kind of really want to like measure another kilo of these onions. These ones. I don't know if you can see them, but I really need to like figure out how much I have. Because I think I'm gonna make 2 lots of French onion soup. Well, that's another kilo there, and that frees me up for diced onion because I think I will have enough from all of these pieces left over from the ends. Yeah. This is kind of dangerous, especially when you can barely see. But then I did make a mistake of my tears of taking off my goggles and thinking that it's gonna be okay, especially when you cut like the yellow onion, which is super strong. This is how we are alleviating the gets foggy inside thing. One of them is drying and the other one's like being used. I can see again now. Okay, the other part of this contraption is this mashy thing. Never used one before, but we are gonna try. Okay, that's in. Very gently. gently gonna take this out and gently gonna put it away in the bowl to be washed later on. And then this one goes like this, and then you have this which has blades. Oh, that's awesome. I know they're kind of chunky, but look, they're pretty good. All of these are done. I went over them again with the mandolin, but they are so good. I think they're gonna be okay. I am just gonna freeze them. But now we have one thing less to worry about. The next very important thing we need to do is wash up all this mess, because I can't function in this at all. And I need to be super careful because there's like open blades now everywhere. You know, I think I am too exhausted to continue tonight. I have put cling film over the bowls and the onions are gonna be okay, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to bed because it is 10:30 in the evening already, and I need to get up at 6 AM and go to allotment for a bit to just check it out. And I am not going to be able to function if I need to do canning till like 2 AM. So I am gonna continue this tomorrow in the morning, just after I come back from allotment and just before work. And I think we're gonna be able to manage at least the onion soup so that I could have it for lunch tomorrow. I'm just thinking, do I mix in sourdough starter as well? But I still have some buns in the freezer, so probably not. And then my sourdough starter is not like up to the volume that I wanted before I start to make bread. I'm gonna all tidy this all up really fast, and then I'm gonna go to bed, and I shall see you guys next time, which is tomorrow morning. Good morning friends, Linda here. We are gonna start with onions today, and we're gonna process them all. They've been here for all night, and it is after work because I didn't get there before finishing work today, so I need to really go. This morning I went to my allotment and I got another, I think about 5 kilos of produce. I have my tomatillos, tomatoes, beans, I have some cucamelons. That we will need to pickle. I think there's going to be enough for one jar. I have some cucumbers and some strawberries. I I'm actually getting second harvest of strawberries, which is awesome. I really like that. But now we really need to start on working on this thing. I don't know how to start doing it. I need to mix up the brine and basically saying stainless steel so it doesn't react with anything. Oh wait, I do have stainless steel pot. Yes, I do. I was thinking that I don't actually have a stainless steel pot because all I have is just cast iron, which is enameled and it doesn't have enough room. And then I have my Tefal pans non-stick, which I think react badly with vinegar when you put it in. I diluted my vinegar in here 1 to 10 because this thing that I'm using is 70% essence of vinegar, so if you drink this you might die. Don't drink this. And then I'm gonna follow the bread and butter pickle onion recipe because I just want a plain pickles. It's gonna be 2 cups of vinegar. I'll probably double the recipe. I have tripled the recipe now. And then I need, for each part of the brine, I need half a cup of sugar, two, I like my brines sweet because then it kind of complements the acidity of the vinegar with the sugar sweetness, and it kind of goes really well together, I think. One tablespoon of salt. Do not use the table salt because that one has additives like caking agent and like iodine, which might discolor your food. Tablespoon, yeah. 3 of those. Now we just need to boil the brine, and while we wait for that to do its thing, I'm gonna fill the jars with the onions. Trying to figure out what would be the best way to actually fill it in because it's very fiddly at the moment. We're gonna be starting on the French onion soup now. Never made that one before either, but the recipe looks easy-ish enough, I think. It asks for 50 grams of butter, then some olive oil, 1 tablespoon. I'm just gonna wing it. Looks about right. I had to fight to get the butter out of my fridge because it is full with produce from the garden. I have cucumbers and beets that need processing as well. I'm not looking forward to that. Don't get me wrong, I feel really good for the amount of produce that's coming out of the garden. What I'm not feeling good about is like the tempo it's coming out at, and it is so fast paced, and if you do not keep up with it, it just overwhelms you. Like, I can't put anything else in my fridge at the moment because, you know what, I'll just show you, you know. Don't mind me, but look, there's beetroot and there's cucumbers everywhere. Like, I mean, how are you supposed to like find anything anywhere? Okay, I think we're gonna add the onions now. That's a lot of onions. These need to be processed in boiling water for 10 minutes for the half a liter ones. For the liter ones it's 15 minutes, but I don't have a liter, so I'm fine. 1 teaspoon of sugar. I don't know what it's gonna do, but okay. Apparently that needs to cook now for 30 minutes. And I'm just thinking what to do in the meantime while I'm already here and doing things. I have the radishes to process though. You remember these things? I found some really nice recipe for canning radishes as well, like pickling in rice wine vinegar, and I was literally thinking about like having a couple of jars to try it out because I didn't want to get these and let them go to waste, but they are just so big that I physically won't be able to eat them, I think. Look at how pretty they are. I almost burnt it. There's like 4 garlic cloves. And then I need some flour as well. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So 2 tablespoons of flour. Do we know what flour does? Yes. It thickens everything up. So now I need to be really fast. That's 2. This recipe asks for wine, so I have like the cheapest wine I could find. 250 ml of dry wine. increase the heat back up, and oh, this is stressful, you know, doing new recipe. And then I need to add 1.3 liters of beef stock. Anything else I need to add? I need to simmer it for another 20 minutes. So those ones are going to be processing for 10 minutes once they start boiling, but that's about it. Then I need to tidy up all of this and then I can go and sit upstairs and enjoy myself a bit. These ones have sealed. I already heard them pop. There's my sourdough starter, still alive and still going. Thank you very much for watching today, and I hope you enjoyed it. And it's a weird one, it's multi-day one, but thank you very much. If you like it, subscribe, definitely boosts my confidence, and come and join me more often. Okay, bye friends, thank you.